Yes.
Actually, just as a alert to you guys, I am dealing with a sinus headache.
Oh, that sucks.
So if I suddenly cry out in pain and rage and kill all your characters, that's why.
Are you cool?
Yeah.
You wanna take
No,
it easy?
I'm good.
Never.
No, I took headache medicine. What's it called?
Ibuprofen,
stuff.
Tylenol.
One of them.
Ambien.
Midol.
Ambien? No.
I think that would
Naproxen.
make it worse.
No, I took
Is it Tylenol?
no, the stuff that's a mix of aspirin and something else and caffeine. I forget what it's called. Excedrin.
Amphetamines? Oh,
Etc.
Ah.
Yeah, I took amphetamines to cure my
Yes.
headache.
Hell
That makes
yeah.
perfect sense.
I actually, I don't know.
Nuva, go commission Javier to draw up Batbear.
Don't do it.
I wish that you told me this before I got paid and I paid my bills, because I would have put money aside. All right, I'll do that next paycheck.
Well, you were thinking about doing it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. No, you're right. I remember.
I would like a visual reference for how stupidly massive Batbyar is.
I wish you could have seen him at his most massive.
Is this not me at my most massive?
Height-wise, no.
Oh, yeah.
But proportions-wise, yes.
Okay. Oh, this
So
is me at
if
my
you were to
most small.
somehow,
Yeah.
if you were to somehow get Batbyar up to what his former height was,
And the antlers.
and antlers,
That'd be cool.
because Batbyar, when he was like 10 feet tall, was still proportioned like a normal person.
Wait, why did he get wider but shorter? Where did the antlers go?
Well,
Okay,
I died.
so the first time with the antlers was he got stuck as in human form for a bit, so we had to correct it, and then when we did correct it, he sort of got super centerified by the old volcano witch.
A cool witch did it.
Yeah.
And he got antlers and
he got taller and he got antlers.
Tall.
Yeah.
But then
he died and that got undone. And he got reborn as a regular centaur.
Okay.
And then this time he drank some muscle juice and got really bulked up. Yeah.
Well,
which I was the main ingredient in.
Good. Yes. Good news, everyone. I no longer am able to suffocate people by looking at them.
Why not?
Because I retrained a wild talent.
I am so thankful. Oh, I forgot.
Did everybody remember to do that?
No,
I forgot to take a feat because I was doing spell stuff.
Question. While I look at feats to take, question: are you handling Batbyar's sheet?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yes, so because I didn't retrain a talent when I actually turned 16, so I opted to do so now. Got rid of Suffocate and then took Flame Jet and Greater Flame Jet so I can zip around like whoosh.
I was so thankful.
I'm actually debating whether or not to just let your NPC buddies just level up normally, since they're levels behind you anyway.
Like, until they get to 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that'd be fun. I feel like that'd be a pain for you balance-wise for battles, but...
I mean, it already is, so why not?
Just go all in, yeah.
Honestly, I could have made the last battle harder, I just played it poorly, so... But then again...
put evasion on my sheet if I forgot to do that.
You mean the same fight where, like, we were a couple bad rolls away from dying?
You weren't a couple of bad... You're all on pretty good health. I was just... those things would have been much... There's no, like... battle tactics for the sepulchral viziers because I made them up. And
you didn't come up with any?
It wasn't until after the fact that I realized that they actually had a really good combo that would have made them a bit tougher by just casting the acid fogs on themselves they're essentially immune to the damage, and their ACs would go up by 2 effectively, because every time you try to make an attack in the fog, you take a -2 to the hit and -2 damage. And they're not obstructed by it at all because they have blind sight. And I didn't think of that until like the second part of the battle when they were already pretty much dead. So that was
Yeah, I want Mino to become the one of the foremost spear fighters on Logus, you know?
she's definitely up there. Okay, well then that's what I do.
Let me just.
Wow.
That's what I will do.
I kind of want to save this feat for after and talk to you, Sals, because I'm looking at a couple ones that I'm like, is this a good idea, or am I just looking at something that I like? Like, I'm like looking at Armor Trick. I'm like, what's this?
There's a I could take a Qigong monk
There we go.
power
And evasion took.
Do
that would
it.
allow me to do a flurry of blows at a range of 100 feet from someone.
Do it. Rita, do it, please.
No,
Do it, please.
it's very silly.
Yes,
Do
Rita,
you just
please.
punch them from 100 feet away and it just
Yeah.
hits them? How is
It's
it?
Well,
air pressure.
It's
Hang on.
called no. It's called Blood Crow Strike, and when I do a cool punch, the punch
Yes.
energy forms into a crow of glowing red fire or energy, and it
Yes.
flies and hits a thing, and it deals
Please do
fire
that.
and negative damage when it hits, which is
Rita,
so stupid.
Rita.
No,
I gave you a GIF.
I'm not.
All right. I would caution Paulina against tapping
Yeah.
into the anti-life equation to power
Yeah.
her punches.
Yeah.
But you do you. It's your character.
I don't think that's thematic to her, but I love the idea of her because she's got so many punches these days.
Yeah,
Just
So-
I
shooting
need to keep
light
that
like
in my
laser
back
beam
pocket.
birds at a guy.
Yeah, you might not take that, but I'll keep that in mind.
Gatlings.
Oh man,
If
so
Kasumi
dope.
was a monk,
Yeah,
But anyway,
Wild.
you awaken in the comfortable chambers of Fugito Castle. Calm Japanese music. D&D.
would it be calm or would it be like morose? Because like this country did sort of get genocided.
Yeah, well,
We'll find out.
story moves on.
Sorry.
No, this isn't gonna loop. This is 3 hours long. How nice.
So we are getting ready to meet with the boy heir of
I don't
this
know.
place.
We just woke up.
Yeah, I know. I was talking out of character. Like
Yeah,
we're,
no,
we're
I'm
supposed to
talking.
be meeting with him.
Is he an heir if he currently is in the role of?
The boy lord,
Yes.
You could just call him the Lord. I think.
the little lad.
The mini man.
I think we gotta,
You
be
don't
cool about
actually
this.
have his name, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was gonna make a joke about that later.
Can I make a history
like-
check to see if I know his name?
He knows you, but you don't know him. Absolutely.
Second.
Sada actually has a decent history check
Would that be history or knowledge local?
and nobility check actually.
Really, knowledge nobility would probably be most appropriate.
Okay, well, I have a plus 19 to that, so.
I think you'll be fine. What'd
There
you
we
roll?
go.
31.
I got a 32.
Hey!
I have Sino Totoya written down.
You didn't know the name either.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
I love this.
I just need to check back. In
What's this
the
guy's
dwarf
deal, you know?
slaves? What was that from?
Says
What?
dwarf slaves?
Party must
What?
rest.
What are you doing?
What is happening?
The
Apparently
Twin
that-
Kingdoms guide changed very drastically since we were last here.
No, I was just. What the fuck? I have no memory of what this note is for. Apparently, someone got the Van Braces of Defense. Oh, that's when. Ow, 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 ow. Fungal slaves.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, that
Um,
fungus.
So, when we talked to the fungal slave lord of Kansai, what is our game plan? I want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Kasumi asks over breakfast being prepared for you by way of magic and Greta.
Yes.
I would like to cast Remove Curse on myself once I find it in the spell book.
You can do that.
Remove Curse.
Damn, I forgot how much I could do in Pathfinder feat-wise. Sometimes I just forget.
Is a 3rd level spell. Remove all curses on an object or a creature. If the target is a creature, you must make a caster level check.
Yes.
Okay. I have access to that now.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Sada finishes chewing and swallowing some, I don't know, food? Some kind of food? Who knows?
Some quote unquote food.
Food.
Eggs.
Egg. A single egg. Not even
Uncooked.
cooked.
Omelet rice.
I'm just eating the whole shell. Raw.
Please don't get, like, sick.
Sada dies of salmonella.
That was bound to happen at some point.
Salmonella and potato poisoning.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give it to him straight, I guess. Tell him what we want for Hadna.
Yeah, but
but the Shogun.
just to make sure, what do we want? We're all here to do the thing. I want to make sure we all have the same ideas. I had,
Had a free
suggested
a free Hadna.
I
Free
had
and united.
suggested doing proposing a Council of Independent Nations, where no one has sovereignty over the other.
Yeah.
And everybody has the right to self-determine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Free and united. Yeah.
Well, united implies one banner.
Yeah, you mean like spiritually?
Yeah.
We're all kind of together in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
To avoid the misconception that we
Yeah.
do want it all under one banner, I think we should avoid saying united. I know it's pedantic, but what is law and government but pedantry?
Why not harmonious as a descriptor? You know?
Can I make a point?
Who said that?
It is I, Greta, the one serving you food. It doesn't matter what you tell the daimyo of Kansai. He has no ability to resist you.
I think that's the problem.
Yes, it's true. He doesn't have any real recourse if we decide to just take over. But
that's not good though.
We don't want to be that kind of people.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm thinking I'm being forward thinking towards the next island that we try to coax, and being able to say that we save these folks and then guarantee them their sovereignty regardless of what happens goes a long way, more so than choking them out and saying we own you, bitch. this is our house, we own you, etc.
Would we not do this at a later time, Bet Bayar says?
I mean, no, not really.
With a written up constitution and such, with the terms on it for them to read?
We will absolutely be working on that, but we don't have the luxury of that time, though. Like that's the whole thing. That's why we're here.
We're here right now.
We came here because we were trying to recapture, or well, we were trying to defeat the Shogun's armies before they had a chance to attack us again. The longer we wait, the bigger chance that happens. We cannot keep a defensive battle anymore. We have to take decisive action. Otherwise, eventually, he will have the opportunity to bring more of his forces to bear.
Yeah, we're under extenuating circumstances at the moment.
Yeah.
So we need to get things done, and then later we can clean up
Loose ends.
yeah, things in writing and whatnot. And when we speak to the Lord, please, I mean, we should talk to him like he's, like, you know, like
An
he's a
equal.
lord. He's an equal.
Yeah.
He's,
I mean, yeah,
he's
I am
the
gonna.
But also, can I request you just don't overload him with extra detail? I don't want to overwhelm the guy. Yesterday was a lot on him. He's going through a lot. He is still a child. You know,
He is a small young boy.
he's a little guy.
He's a child who his entire country was just destroyed, presumably.
It's a lot to handle, and we don't have to give him more weird, our weird bullshit than we need to.
I'll invite him to the monastery to become an
No,
element.
we can
elemental
do that
rat.
all later. When just give him one thing to think on. I think it would be good.
How? I'm kidding.
I know. It's
Yeah,
just,
but-
it's a lot.
You're just
Yeah,
so
but-
stressed.
Yeah, but and Naokio like points at Sada. That applies to you.
That's what I'm saying.
What?
You gotta listen. Sada, maybe it's. You know what, Batbar, you can say it. Batbar gets down. Sada. It is sometimes unwise for the leader of a nation to be as blunt as you are, and you have had somewhat of a habit of just stating directly, you need to stop. That.
Nah.
Okay, well, I'll keep shaking you every time you do it, and maybe it will stop. Alright. Well, we'll definitely need to hire a diplomat very soon, or have someone represent Sada's wills, and
Yeah.
because this is ridiculous.
Is that not Pow's job?
Pal's the one who sends out the people to do the thing.
Okay.
Pal's the high priest.
I'm the priest now.
Oh wait, yeah, that's right.
It used to kind of be my job, but I was never the diplomat.
That's Gadaris.
Was it Gadaris? Yeah.
It was Chazari,
I
then
guess.
it was Gadaris.
Yeah,
That's
that makes
right.
sense.
You're right.
But
And Gadaris is doing his job right
fallen
now.
to me a bit.
We'll figure this out later. Just don't do what you do. Be
Rein
mindful.
it in. Yeah. Just say what needs to be said.
Remember that you have the same levity on your shoulders. This is the closest that someone can relate to you. Fuck.
You good?
Yeah, I'm bleeding a bit.
What?
Uh-oh.
I bumped my earlier before I got on. I bumped my under my knee against something, and I just looked at it. There's just blood. It's fine. I just didn't feel it. All right, I'll get that handled. Be right back.
Who rolled that knowledge nobility check, by the way.
Asai and
Sada.
Sada.
All right, what did you get on it?
32.
It's like a 31.
Well, you would both know that the name of the daimyo of Kansai is Chisana Kodomo.
Can you spell that out in the chat?
I can.
Thank you.
Nope, I sent it to just Asai.
I see.
Secrets!
There we go.
It's like, I don't see Sal's typing.
So Kodomo is his personal name. Naturally, you would probably more refer to him as Chisana. So would it be custom? Although everyone refers to you as Sada, so
No respect.
Should we really be...
no
Yeah.
respect.
No respect.
Sada's eyes just bug out. She starts working at her collar.
Please roll 20. I just want to type.
No.
Good bet. We need to finish this campaign, guys.
Yeah.
Just kill us already.
I mean, I'm trying, but as demonstrated, I
Yeah,
sometimes
you're the
don't
one-
play
yeah.
my.
Yeah, you're the one who gave your monsters a bunch of abilities and didn't look at them.
Insert Kasumi saying, "I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me."
I did look at them. I just didn't think them all the way through. But now I know. So, and they're still level appropriate. So
That's
you
true.
know if they show up again.
Yeah. I used
They're gonna be pissed.
on Acid Cloud.
So far in
You
terms of
revealed
contribution,
your
so far in terms of contribution to this kill everybody in the campaign, I'm the only contributor so far.
That's true. Thank you very much, Nuva.
Yeah, Nuva's killed 2 of his characters.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So yes. You're a meeting with Daimyo Chisana looms. What is there anything you would like to do to prepare?
Nope. I'm as ready as I can be.
Like what time of the day is the meeting supposed to be?
Mid morning to late
Okay.
morning. It's really when
Okay.
you want to go in. He is currently somewhat busy, recovering from yesterday, so
Honoring the ruins of his fallen kingdom.
yes.
Might not all be fallen.
Yes, also true. Certainly the city is pretty concocted, but you don't know how the rest of the island is. You kind of raced over here very quickly.
Yeah. Might have just been the surrounding settlements. Might be the outskirts. Might still be fine. Hopefully.
Well, I mean, I guess we should just go over right away then.
Hmm. You soon find yourselves in a small chamber, a meeting room. The wall is slid open, allowing you to enter, and kneel before the small table and kneeling pads where the daimyo and a number of advisors are currently situated, looking at a map of not only Kansai but of all of Haruno. and with various pieces having been moved around and various things written on them. They all look at you as you enter, and Chisana bows as you do to you. Sada Ryudo, I am in the debt of yourself and your allies for the savior of my city.
Yes, I guess I take my seat opposite or wherever I'm sitting. I don't know where it's at.
Yeah. There is a place opposite set up, apparently for you.
I sit there and I bow back in kind. I am glad we were able to help, despite everything that did happen before we got here.
Yes, it would. You may be interested to know that the damage to my island has been mostly restricted to lands east and south of the city. The rest of the island, basically any population centers on the road to to our main port, were wiped out in order to create the horde that attacked us, including the port itself. But the remainder of the island is untouched.
At least that's a bright side. At least a little bit of a one, despite all the lives lost.
Of course, there is still the issue of your continuing to lead a rebellion against the shogunate. So I take it that in good faith you will now surrender yourself to me in order to have that issue resolved. I'm sure that we can come to a mutually agreeable resolution now that it can be made quite clear to the shogun your truly honorable and noble outlook and willingness to come to the aid of even your enemies.
That takes a deep breath. Just
I
Daimyo Chisana. Let me think my words here. Out of character for a second. I had him, but yeah.
One thing I was going to cite.
Yeah.
Whenever I get a chance to talk.
I'll let Kasumi speak first. Okay. Kasumi, you can go ahead first. Yeah.
Okay. His title is Daimyo, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I stand and bow. Daimyo Kodomo. My name is Kasumi Makoto.
My name is Chisana. I didn't think we were on
Yeah.
Sal's
put it in the yeah.
You put it in the order that they would do it in Japanese. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. I would have said Chisana.
Mm-hmm.
I had thought Kodomo was surname first. Okay. So Daimyo Chisana. I'm Kazumi Makoto. I am the acting general of the Army of Sarugu. I do have a question. One that I would hope that you'd have some knowledge of. Why was the Shogun's forces leaving the island when you were under such dire straits?
I presume because their general is a self-aggrandizing fool who would happily take a island's ability to defend itself away at its hour of greatest need in order to reinforce his own army and be able to secure great victory on the battlefield against, you.
Daimyo Chisana. As you said about me being honorable, I believe you are as well. But I think you've seen here, and I'm sure you've been here for years longer than me, with me having spent the most of my life of Aven. I'm sure you've seen just pieces, cracks here and there, of the Shogun, and what they're willing to do to further their own goals, even to the lengths of being willing to sacrifice your city to delay us from stopping them. And she 1 second, just sort of thinks for a second. I do know there are those within his forces that aren't so lost, but also know that as long as there are those in power who are those who are willing to stand against him will be taken down. Even there are those who once served him who have come to fight with us as well because of that. He is him and whoever pulls his strings are willing to do whatever it takes to take on T, even if it means doing something like this.
My father would never have done this. And
No.
my father was the shogunate for this island.
Yes, and who was the man responsible for your father's death? Who sent them against an enemy that wasn't a threat?
Well, like, if he was an enemy, then he was a threat. Also, well, I mean, my rather
the Iteron settlement had no aggressions against Sarugu or the rest of Hadano until they made their presence known that the shogunate decided that it had to be dealt with.
I mean, that's not what not yours, but the regent of Sarugu told my father, from what I've been told, as I understand it.
Yes, and I'm sure you've been told I'm sure you've been told many things about us as well. And the many things I'd like to believe before I came here. I don't know what I was told myself by my by my retainers of how I was destined to uphold a golden vow, and who knows what else. But let me tell you what I really want. I want Hadno to be free from being a vassal for the Golden Empire of Tiu, or and from the Shogun and whoever pulls his strings. I want us to be a land that stands for its people, so, that can work together.
Make a diplomacy check.
All right. I rolled a 2. At least have a good.
That becomes a 27.
Yes.
He seems not entirely convinced. As he looks at you, and you keep alluding to who's pulling the Shogun's strings.
I mean, there's not much of a evidence I can pull for there, but there's been a lot that suggests to us that the Elder Temple might be somewhat more behind this than we might suspect. I don't know exactly what they want with T, but
what we've discovered underneath the Elder Temple here seems to indicate that as well. But in that case, it's not... The Shogun might be a victim too. He could be being manipulated.
Yes.
Even in his pursuit of something that you seem to share. Why can't you work with him?
I mean, that's what I wonder as well. But I don't know if he'd ever be willing to, and if he might be too far in with them by this point, for all we know. I'd have to meet the man myself, honestly.
Seems
but I
pretty
don't.
intent on trying to kill us. Out of character.
He does at that. Well, then you should consider not working at an end that would be destructive to his vision of a independent T. You're talking about word has reached my ears, small that though they may be, of your vision of a collection of independent islands. And while I am admittedly just a small child, I have been informed that T would have no issue simply reconquering our collection of independent islands once we were, well, independent from each other. We need something strong binding us together, like a shogunate.
Yeah. That's the main problem, though, is the length he's been going to do that. The price he's willing to pay. You saw what was below the Elder Temple.
Well...
And who knows what else that might result in.
I'm not.
And I know
convinced...
I've made my fair amount of decisions I've regretted. If he's willing to, well, if he can turn his back on them. But I also know there's a fair amount of people that have been hurt because of him and his orders. The Elves of Amberillion. Oh. Blah, blah, blah.
Daimyo Chisana, if I may. And I Kasumi will stand up once more. Part of our conviction in our resistance whether or not he has been manipulated, he has sent forces not unlike what you experienced. Towns of ours assaulted and burned down, civilians killed senselessly at his order.
Yeah.
We and at the time, we luckily had the bonds of alliance between ourselves and the Elves of Amberillion, guys, I'm sorry,
The
Estelle,
Skitterkin.
well, no, I was gonna say Hongo. Yeah,
Hongo,
right?
yeah, Hongo.
Yeah, of Hongo and of people we didn't even know exist. The Skitterkin live beneath our very feet. They likely have colonies beneath yours as well.
What?
Yes, there's a collective of
Yeah, rat-like people.
rat humanoids
Pav's
who
words from before echo in the thoughts
Hey,
of
she said
minds
it
of
first.
everyone.
yeah,
Why do you gotta tell them
Just-
weird, crazy shit?
the point
As
is,
you're saying this, the kid just snaps and points at one of his retainers. You find out about this. Okay. And one of the samurai at his side gets up and just leaves the room.
I will be happy to share any information that we have at a later date, once we've settled our discussions. However, what I personally envision and hope that Sada and the others do as well is I wish to see a collective of nations, not bound together by one singular figure.
Yeah, but instead by our ideals, I suppose.
Our ideals and mutual benefit. I feel it has been proven time and time again that when people are given absolute power, like a shogun, it inevitably leads to them either being manipulated or being corrupted by their own volition. I am of the belief that the shogun is corrupted irrevocably. And I believe that our only solution to deal with both him and the Golden Empire is to bind together to each other, not as one nation, but as many together.
Yes. And to make friends that we didn't know we could make them before. And to actually work together, all as one, I suppose.
We had originally been planning to come here to attack the Shogun's forces. Full disclosure. But when we saw that you and your people were in a time of dire need, we dropped what were planning to do immediately and came to your aid, and that is the fact. I would do it again. I believe we all would.
You have watched his face go from understanding to actually downright hostile. It's sort of like you almost got a little message in your upper left-hand corner where it said Daimyo Shisana didn't like that. Where you started talking when you discussed people being given absolute power, inevitably abuse it. Because recall, you are speaking to a noble who was given his power by inheriting it.
You mean a person who doesn't have absolute power because they are vassal to somebody who lords above them?
Yes, yeah. But the system is developed flows from that person with the at the top.
Then if that's his response, then I don't care. Like I'm just Kasumi's sticking to her ideals. Like if he doesn't like it, he doesn't like it.
Yeah,
but you said he was changing around, right? Whatever you're.
He's conflicted at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as he looks at you, I think you are all very strange.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
Let him finish.
And potentially very dangerous. And I don't believe I can do anything about it at this point. I have no reason to continue to serve as a staging point for the army of the shogunate so long as it is currently led as it is in this area. And I have no soldiers of my own.
Yeah, did we ever hear back from the sky skiff we sent to?
What, sky skiff? I'm sorry.
We sent one to try to catch your soldiers. Remember? Back when we first got here.
Oh, yes, you did. No, you haven't. Kansai will not allow Kansai will not allow anything. I can't allow or disallow anything. I am effectively powerless. Do what you need on my island, take what you wish. I don't think I share your vision. But I will not, I cannot stand in the way of it. And I will not stand in the way of you destroying the man that did this to my people. But know that I hold that to be the general of the Shogun's army, not the Shogun himself. If there is anything else.
Let me just think.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else?
Excuse me.
Well, if there is, I can't think of it.
I mean, out of character,
I do
didn't
hope
the
we can,
Shogun appoint the general, and so by keeping the general in charge, the Shogun is thereby, by proxy, approving and condoning all the general's actions?
You said that out of character?
I said that out of character. I'm just throwing ideas out. I don't think Asai would speak on this? I don't know. Unless I can play dumb and just, like, you know, whisper this to Pow or something. Upsettingly loud.
I mean, sure, you can whisper whatever you want to Pow.
Yeah, you could have like a spill of smart wine that
Sada, yeah, I guess Sada says, I do hope we can see eye to eye someday. And maybe with the Shogun as well. But for now, I do hope you won't protest any help we can hopefully give you with recovering after this.
As we're walking out, Asai will whisper that to Pow then.
Are you whispering it to Pow, or are you, like, stage whispering it to be overheard?
It's a half-assed whisper. Like, I guess whispering it.
Are you rolling a stealth check, or are you not rolling a stealth check?
I'm not rolling a stealth check.
Okay, so the daimyo hears you.
Okay. How? Didn't. Generals are appointed by the Shogun, right?
Guess. Do I have to do a check to know if I know that?
No, at this point you would know that.
Okay, yeah.
So the Shogun put the general in charge, so therefore, by putting the general in charge, he endorsed all his actions. So isn't the Shogun still sort of to blame for all the general's actions because he didn't take the general out of power when the general started doing shitty things?
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. Just making sure I'm on the right page.
Huh. Oh. Uh-oh.
Not that I was eavesdropping, but you're speaking pretty loudly in my room. The Shogun might not know what's actually going on. So, there.
Okay, but if he doesn't know what's
What?
going on and his generals are allowed to commit atrocities like this unchecked, doesn't that make him an incompetent leader?
Sana looks at Sai, then a Pow, then a Bat Bear for what they were saying to her before they came into the room.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Asai,
Yeah.
Nodding.
also roll a diplomacy check.
Oh god. I'm exceptionally bad at this.
Oh no! Can I
That's,
assist?
Well,
Yeah.
actually,
Yes, it does sound like you're correct.
I was going to ask for assistance rolls from Sada and Kasumi since they were the ones who spoke earlier.
Okay, here, I'll give us some assistance. I'll probably roll better this time. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
18
there we
this
go.
time.
That's it.
I mean, that's still a +2.
Yeah, it's only a +2 to it.
That's also a +2. Getting up to a 24.
Yep, I have
Small child looks conflicted.
I'll put ranks in diplomacy next time. Sorry, guys.
It really does seem like it would be a pretty flawed arrangement if that were the case.
I mean, nuh-uh. I mean, I didn't say that. Forget I leave.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
As the doors close behind you, you leave a daimyo who is much more uncomfortable looking than when you entered. Sort of has his arms folded over his chest, and
Sorry. Before
he's looking off into one of the corners, not at you.
out of curiosity, he's been essentially leader of this country his whole life, yes?
No, he's been
No,
about
only for like two years or so, or a year and a half.
Okay.
Year and a half.
Yeah.
Bedbar remains behind, and he just wants to say something. Your Majesty, if I may, I would like to embark some life's advice
Some centaur
before
wisdom.
I leave, but only if you are willing to allow myself the luxury of speaking so.
Why are you so big?
That is not exactly what I was going to lead into, but the reason why I'm big is because I need to be big. And that is big.
Okay.
I am essentially my daimyo's shield, and I pursued this body that you are witnessing in front of you as a means of making sure to fully protect her or otherwise intimidate any attempt at her life. As for the reason why and how, well, magic and a recipe of strength, I suppose. But that's a story that I would like to save for a much better, much more freer time without conflict. Something to entertain over dinner. It's definitely a tale I feel would be entertaining.
I like that.
But
Trust me, it's really entertaining.
yeah, but before we leave, I just want you to know that we, especially Sada, have complete understanding of the relativity of what sits on your shoulders and the responsibility that you accrue. And moving forward, especially from yesterday and today, that you are most definitely aware that there are choices and experiences of which you are going to be uncomfortable with, but I think with how you stood today, especially after the revelation today, that you're able to hold your head up high, and I see in you a very capable leader of his country. That is my observation as one of Sada's sides, and I felt the need to entrust those words to you. That is all. I hope you have a
Thank
wonderful.
you,
Yep.
large horseman.
Yep. It's
Fatherly moment. Oh.
Make a diplomacy roll, Bat Bear.
all right. Am I even trained? Where's my traits?
Petition to make all my diplomacy checks intimidate checks.
Awesome.
Wow.
Cool.
What a roll. He's still
Okay.
really caught up on how big you are.
No, he's that's the thing. Small children can be enthusiastic about the most interesting things. The daimyo looks at you and goes, "Okay, you stay.
What?
Just stay. Let them go and stay a second."
All right.
And after some feet have padded off,
He's gonna get kidnapped.
"All right, giant horseman. What would you do in my position?" At which point, one of his retainers pipes up and goes, "Daimyo, this is a brute and a beast of our enemy," before being silenced by a simple wave of his hand.
I would. Give me a second. If I have never really thought of myself to be in the position of someone such as you. You are sitting atop a position that I have unfathomable respect for. With you is the decision that essentially has impact on many lives, your armies, your citizens, the lands that are adjacent to yours. But, and I will tell you essentially, our party is built on a similar circumstance of what has happened recent. Sada's father, my father, Kasumi's, essentially our fathers, all slain when we were children, and we went and made sure to take back our country and continue on to make sure that that had never occurred to anybody else again. It's not in my authority, it's not even the best advice I could give you to tell you that your nation had been wronged and that immediate compensation is to be expected. You are in the right for revenge, Your Highness, but I am not the one to tell you to pursue it. Right now, you need to heal. You need to make sure that your soldiers, your citizens, are fine. And then finally, when you have the opportunity, if I was in your shoes, would pick up the sword, or have someone pick up the sword for you. Because what matters is that you are the leader of this nation. You are the reason why this country is binded together. And I understand that what I say is very heavy, and that's why I am saying, without a doubt, that I'm not the one to be able to provide that advice for you. If anybody, it would be Sada. She's the closest to you. And I do not speak for her. I am just simply her sword, her weapon. And, well, like a sword, I suppose I would say, I would demand blood. That is all, Your Highness.
I didn't realize that you had all lost your parents.
I had the fortunate luxury of seeing him again. As Vampire would at least remember that he saw him when he died, right?
Yeah.
I had the fortunate and somewhat bittersweet reunion with him. It reignited a lot of what I felt back then, I suppose. And as much as it is a blur now from what we even talked about, that glimpse of him, it really just tells you why you do what you do, why you wake up the next day and you go on to fight for nations. And, well, our party, our branches of power, our representatives, the ones that spoke with you, they have been in the same spot as you have, is all I can really say. And their choice, as you can demonstrate, is still being made. They have not once took a step back.
What is your name, Giant Centaur?
They call me Batboyar.
Thank you for your advice, Batbear. One more thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he pauses with his mouth open for a second before closing it. Actually, I'll ask you later. It seems inappropriate.
Of course.
Thank you. That will be all.
Of course.
He was gonna
Curtains
ask. He was gonna
raised.
ask how many stomachs you had.
No, the curtains raise and there's an audience and the party's in it and we all just start slow clapping and it turns into a raucous applause because goddamn Nuva, like
crying.
seriously, when you bring it, you fucking bring it.
You
That's
bring
true.
it out of this world, dude.
It's wild. Like you turn into another person. It's crazy.
Channel the cosmos. It's
You
are so earnest.
great.
Yeah, you and Fruit, I think, are probably the best. Have been the best two
Yeah,
role players in this.
guys have it in the bag. Holy.
I'd
you.
Bad buyer for Shogun.
Vampire for Shogun! Oh my god, put him on the big throne.
He needed a big throne.
That he would.
Yeah.
But to this guy, the kiddo, like he was kind of saying like he doesn't like the idea of there being a vacuum of power and not having a shogun. Solve the problem. Put that guy
Yeah.
on that fucking throne. Done.
It's like
And Batfire there will be no bones about it being like a Surugu like shadow led government because it's already been shown that Batfire will just shake Sada.
yeah, that's how you shake government. Oh,
You gotta shake it up. Yeah.
Vote Batfire.
thank you.
I need a series of Batfire pictures where it's like, or it's just change, you know. But instead of saying change, it just says large.
Let's get our
Yes.
bard to like start writing songs for him and putting posters up.
If Kasumi had heard that, she would absolutely be commissioning her. Oh my God, where's my geisha?
Yeah. Where is she?
Is she dead?
Is she cool? Is she good? She been working on an epic?
I almost played her.
She
No,
was
she-
in Kansai.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is she was in
Oh.
Kansai.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Thank you.
So if I find her, then
Wait, sorry, Jake. Give it a second. I think you're lagging, or am I
Yeah,
lagging?
you were just
That's
roboting
it's
for a
Jake
second.
bot.
okay. Am I still roboting?
It's,
Nope.
it's good now.
Okay.
Okay. If I find her, then yes, Ballad of Batfire the Large. But
Oh yeah.
he had to be big so his muscles could contain all his wisdom.
Exactly.
We're always saying this.
Mighty of form, mighty of mind.
Yes.
Truly, in a 10-stone image.
And the biggest muscle was his heart,
Wow.
which proved to be disastrous one day when he had a massive heart. No,
No.
It
cardiac
was-
hypertrophy. Bad way
Yeah.
to go.
Both of its hearts had a simultaneous heart attack.
and then
Oh, yeah.
Kasumi
Only takes one, but he got both.
held a hospital hostage so that she could find a heart transplant for him. I'm thinking of the film John Q starring Denzel Washington.
Oh damn.
Would Batbear need a human heart or a horse heart? Probably a horse heart.
No, he had. So I go by that one. I think we posted it a couple of times that Centaur anatomy chart, where they have a hypertrophied human heart in their human
Okay.
torso, but they also have a secondary heart in their that's in their
A little horse.
lower
Horse, yeah.
body for helping out.
Or all the horse blood.
Well, it's all the same blood, but and also they have a sort of like
I
some sort of pumping capillary thing in their hooves.
I love that.
Just push it back up.
You
I
know
love
what?
that this has just been a like a consistent is the nightmare.
You know
The
what,
centaur-
Vampire?
centaur
Centaurs
biology.
don't make any goddamn sense when you think about it. It's gonna get even better when we get into Driders and Gertabulu.
Sorry.
What now?
Yeah, at least friggin'
Scorpion?
at least centaurs, at least horses and humans are both mammals. Yeah, the fucking insects are a
anthropods.
nightmare. Yeah.
Wait.
Or not anthropods, but
Arthropods?
Kasumi offers
Vertebrates.
offers
makes you-
Vampire a salt lick.
The good old salt like you pass it around the table.
It's because he did a good job.
Why don't we have a communal salt lick? That sounds nice.
Anyway,
Hey, let me get a slob at that.
Let me get just a little bit of a slob of that.
This is an item from FF14 that is still my favorite item description in the game. There is just a salt rock kept in the center apparently that people lick.
Oh wait, that's wait. I got a perfect
you
image.
can simply lick it and get there.
Yeah. It's my favorite fucking item description of the game. It's so fucking stupid.
That is so rancid.
I love that. Are you kidding me?
That is. Why would you? Okay, maybe I just don't know. Is there Why would you like salt? I don't know.
Because you want
Any-
it. You want the salt.
You want the salt?
Is there something I'm missing? Is that just
Left
like
to your own devices, you are allowed to
Sorry.
begin to prepare to make your trek back to Sarugu.
Mm.
During this time, your wayward sky skiff does return to you.
Oh, hey.
They apologize as they took some time to actually find the Shogunate fleet, as they had left before you had actually arrived at the city. And well, ships can be anywhere on the seas. But eventually they did find them, but were warded off by the
Yeah.
fleet's wizards and
Yeah, I was hoping
cannon.
they were going to catch them before they got on the fleet, maybe, but nah. Alas. Just take the soldiers and ran.
They did.
Yeah.
And so you were able to prepare yourselves to return to Sarugu.
Where's my geisha?
I don't know.
I'll never know.
I can use locate person. No, I
You
can't.
can.
I can?
Yeah.
Does a side know the geisha? I can't remember.
I may have met the geisha at one point or another, either as a PC or as an NPC. I don't feel like figuring that out right now, so I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Cool.
I mean, no, not as a PC, but as an NPC. That's what I was wondering. Yeah. Because yeah, she was long gone before Asai was a PC controlled by Leica.
That she popped in and out. But anyway, I won't make you use up the spell slot. You do actually eventually find the geisha, just by a bit of asking around, since you knew that she was in Kansai. She was in Fukuyoto Castle prison for spreading propaganda about Sarugu. She was captured actually quite quickly upon arrival here.
Aw, hats.
The daimyo makes no apologies.
I mean, that's fair.
But happily frees her as a show of thanks for your assistance in saving his city.
Thank you. Sorry about
You're-
that.
She thanks you, Kusumi, for finding her.
Well, I never would have forgotten about you.
Yeah. Next time you want to send me on a propaganda trip to a foreign land, don't.
Hmm.
You know, that's fair. Do you want to come write poetry in the mountains in my beautiful monastery?
Yes, I will do anything besides this. Also, that sounds nice, actually. However, as you're getting ready to leave, the daimyo of Kansai walks up to you as you're sort of
Hey.
setting up on your sky skiffs. Sadaryudo,
Hey.
I don't know, he says, staring up at you. And he's not really that tall, so there's like a 1.5 foot height difference between you and him. And yet he seems to, like, despite that, hold himself on the same level, at least metaphorically. I don't fully understand or like what you envision Hadano as in the future. But My people have been slaughtered by those who were meant to protect them. And that demands vengeance. So long as you are pursuing General Kobayami and his army, Kansai is your ally in all things. And should you succeed in defeating Kobayami and bringing him to me, then my loyalty to the shogunate will not stretch as far as my loyalty to you.
That gives him a deep nod. Thank you. And
How deep is the nod?
I guess it's just more like an extended nod. Like I hold my head down for a second and then rise it back up. Instead of just a quick nod.
And now...
And I extend a hand, I guess.
He looks at it, sort of...
Oh.
He raises an eyebrow before
sort of a
bowing to you.
Vivanese thing. Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. I bow back.
And now I will let you get back to the no doubt important planning that you have to make. Word has been reaching my ears of strange movements in our neighbors, and I have no doubt that things are about to accelerate for you. I'm happy enough, honestly, to no longer be a target.
If there's any way... Oh, sorry.
Well, no, there is something. And he looks at you, Batbire, who one presumes is fairly close by, being that close to Sada is where Batbire tends to be.
Mm-hmm.
Can you touch your nose?
I try to touch my nose.
Roll a dexterity check.
All right.
Oh no. Oh no.
One moment. Am I ready to fail this? Wow.
Oh!
Wow. You know, I was going to say, it would be very difficult for you to fail. The DC was 5. Sapphire, your bicep and shoulder get in the way of you touching your nose.
Sada just stares.
Oh no, we gotta get you some kind of little scratchy.
Alright, well,
thing, you know?
this was something I had never realized, but I'm going to need to bring
about... It's not
about...
like a huge distance. Like, your fingers, you're sort of stretching. They're coming within a couple inches, but they got a ham hock and a bowling ball in the way.
No, Your Highness, it seems that you've encountered one of my weak points. I will now, from now on, need to bring a scratcher with me. Or a mini ladder for people to climb up to my face and scratch my nose.
You could just transform, you could just change shape.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. I could just do that.
You know, very convenient way.
His proportions remain the same.
Oh no.
Wait.
And
there's no way
however,
I can
as you
fail
do
this
this,
roll.
the daimyo does tug on one of his retainers sleeves and just points and I told you. Thank you very much for the demonstration.
I smirk.
Yeah.
Until next time, Daimyo Ryudo, I will...
Of course, Daimyo Trisana. And yeah, like I was saying, if there's anything we can do to help with your recovery efforts, don't hesitate to ask.
I have no doubt that I will be asking you soon. And if there's anything else that we can do to support you, I have no doubt that we will hear of it. Have you ever... And he sidles up to you. Have you ever put something on the small of his back?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Sighs
He just
immediately.
he just doesn't
What do
notice.
I want to put a rock on the small of his back.
I think if you know, half the fun is if he notices.
Exactly. So stop doing it.
Anyway, until next
God!
time.
Well, a happy note to end.
And with that, you are able to once more embark upon your sky skiffs. Batbayar, Baradun is occupying a large portion of a sky skiff, so you will no doubt need to be a medium-sized creature.
Okay.
Which one is it today?
I always forget the number now.
Let's hope it's not a spider or a scorpion.
It's I believe it's D40. Let me count.
Let's really freak this kid out.
No, I don't think it is because I've got. That would be an easy number to remember, and I remember it was
Isn't it
40,
like
and then you're like,
42.
and then you made it. Yeah, no, it's 39.
One second.
We had the
One
conversation where he went up and then he went down, and then we found out that a race, I guess, is just gone.
Oh, Jesus.
It's 40. It is exactly 40.
Okay, that's easy to remember. Also, wow, I'm gonna
It's
need to step
exactly
away
it's
from the
exactly
computer again.
it's exactly 40 for now.
38. Wait, this is one of the new ones.
Ooh, fun.
Ooh!
What is
You
this
turn
one?
into a goblin.
Hey!
One of the new ones is a goblin.
The buffest
I'm a
goblin.
goblin.
You become well. You're I guess technically small. You are a small boulder the size of a large boulder.
What? Wait, am I still a goblin or am I a rock?
You are a goblin.
I like to
You're
imagine
weird
I like to imagine Goblin Batbear just instantly materializes with a big cigar clenched in his teeth.
I have a stupid hat, do I?
You don't. You're dressed in the same manner, effectively.
Yeah. Wait, but I don't wear pants.
As I recall, you have kept pants in your backpack for
Ah, okay.
situations like this. Although they're medium-sized pants, so
Wait.
I hope you
they're
have a
very
belt.
long on you.
I'll just cuff him up.
More
Cuff him
importantly,
up.
when I put the pendant on, does it do a Sailor Moon transformation where the pants are on me, or
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
oh, you immediately saw through my potential exposure?
I have decided that, well, there are ribbons and everything, so it's quite, it's kept
Tasteful.
quite clean.
Hmm.
Well, you've all been saved from Goblin Schwong today, but oh yeah, okay. Okay.
What happened?
Huh?
Why is he a tiny goblin?
Oh, you're
He's got a magical amulet.
Magic,
It's-
and so he
yeah.
can fit.
Comes in
Yeah, I'm
handy
too-
for whenever we need to put him on the sky skiff.
or go through tunnels.
Yeah.
Or doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, being
Can you do that more than once?
Three
Couple times
three
a day.
times.
yeah. This one's
Do
new.
it again.
Oh, okay. I take it off.
Scorpion, scorpion, scorpion.
Scorpion!
All right, here we go.
Oh, I should warn you, he transforms into something sometimes that we don't know what is. So-
Power of the moon.
Holy shit.
Whatever.
what did it become?
36 is still new, by the way.
37, 38, 39. Oh no, so okay. 36 is still new. 29.
Oh.
You become bipedal once more.
Hey.
You don't shrink, however. You remain you shrink a little, slightly height-wise. You stay at about 6'10", but your skin tone turns a dark, sort of grayish purple almost. A purple tone takes your eyes. Your hair turns perfectly white, and your ears extend
Oh, I'm a dark
in an
elf or whatever.
fashion.
But we don't know that.
A draw!
Entirely perfectly the perfect angled elven ears that you would see on high elves. These are more textured. they have a bit more of a curve to them,
Ah,
but are
That's new.
recognizably elven.
Do any
that's
of
like
us?
hey, that's
have-
like the other. No, that's like the things. That's like the top half of the things he transformed to do with the spider and scorpion thing, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But now it has
Huh.
regular legs.
What is that?
I don't know.
Some kind
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
what kind of knowledge is that?
You can try to roll knowledge local to determine what a humanoid is.
Okay.
Asai, you have no idea what this is. Also, I need to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
All
You
right.
even
Okay.
okay, good. I need to step away really quick and put a bandage on my back.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Cats. That's
Do
all
not
I'll say.
die.
No, it's just cats. Being cats.
That's what he thinks. But then the cat has a gun.
Oh
Oh.
no. It's very freeing playing a character that just says shit and doesn't have Sada's rank to hold her back.
This is what Nuva sees when he goes to the cat. Human hand. With a gun.
Best cat.
For-
Like in the new Cats movie where they forgot to catify Judi Dench's hand in one of the scenes.
Yes.
one of my cats jumped on my back suddenly, and I haven't cut their claws yet, so they dug right in, and I was bleeding. So now I've got a bloodied shirt, but it's fine. What was I gonna say? I bled a lot today, actually. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I feel that because that's for me, Akio. I tend to roll with ideas for all my characters. They kind of are defined by one thing. Akio is a bit more freeform, I guess, which is just good for me because it can be a little exhausting sometimes.
Sada went from edgelord to shonen protagonist with occasional edgelord.
Asumi went from Ice Queen to Mom.
Garland went from evil bastard to dead.
To dead evil bastard.
I do not. If we did the Halloween thing, I do not remember how to play Billy Bolts at all.
Yeehaw!
Oh
Wow,
wait,
wow,
never mind. I remember
wow.
now.
Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
cowboy.
Yeehaw, I'm a Ghostbuster. I love this town.
Amazing.
This here's my horse selling. This is not his voice.
No.
It is now.
It is now, yeah. Ah. I got a jar of Mumbos. Members? Whatever.
Members?
With chewy candy. I haven't had a
Oh.
candy in a...
Rita, what the hell?
What?
What's the problem?
It's
It's
cat
a
with
cat.
hands.
Cat with hand.
That's a stop
Oh!
motion
Yeah.
horror short called Cat with Hands, and I recommend it. It's
really good.
Stayed in my brain forever.
Yeah, I forgot what it, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh yeah. I was
Okay.
thinking about I'm gonna get it wrong. The other day I was thinking about Crater Face Rita, the one where the astronaut he's wearing an orange suit. He lands on a rock with two, I guess, embodiments of a rock face, I guess. It becomes he unites with them. Wait, let me see if I can find it. It's one of my favorite shorts ever. Is it called Rock Face?
Also, just to get you all on the same page, Asai has suppressed the curse, but is still very much cursed.
That's good.
Hmm.
Why would you mean that's bad?
Moon Face?
Restart my computer. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Why? She's gonna
Oh, I found
need
it.
assistance.
What is also the thing about Double King again?
Double King rules.
It's my
Guys
I
got
think it's
a new thing out.
really.
Or soon, yeah. Not sure if it's out yet.
Here it is. I love this. Not sure what that.
Felix Colgrave.
Teeth is so yellow.
This is familiar.
Oh wait, I needed to identify some mushrooms.
Ah, yes.
Have I told you guys this? I think I've mentioned it.
I don't know.
That my friends have started just sending me mushrooms they find so
Oh.
I can identify them.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Nice. I'm looking forward to your
Right.
Pathfinder 2e character having lore mushrooms as a skill.
Yes.
Yes.
At some point, y'all are gonna get sick of it, but
I'm looking at some of the new monsters they added with the recent Pathfinder 2e Adventure Path they're releasing. Look at this little guy. This guy rules. Call the Prairie Drake.
oh, is he on like a little dried out thistle?
Yeah, I think so.
Little
He's
tumbleweed.
got a big goiter.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a good little short. The cat with hands. How
Hey,
old
kid.
is this?
2001, I think.
Yeah, there was a period. Yeah, there was a period where when I guess Yahoo, because I can't like Yahoo videos was where all the stuff was, where a bunch of Eastern European cartoons ended up, and I saw a bunch of them, and I kind of and this was like this isn't Eastern European, I don't think, but this was in the collection. I wish I could find the other ones. I found one, but there was one about like it was just a horror film in a circus. It fucked me up. Because like I can still remember what it's about, but the other one is like it's like a critique on like the army and such. It's like, and Reed, I bet you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the one where like these folks are being pushed off, the soldiers are being pushed off, and when they die on the ground, a photo's taken, and essentially it's just being put into like a slideshow for a guy to dance to. It's really it's really good.
Oh.
And it's very like you watch it, it's like I had my early like introduction to the Eastern European aesthetic of shit sucks like very early on. There's also if I ever like find them because I have a like growing list, I'll just link them to you out of nostalgia and
Yeah.
just sharing. And if I ever find that fucked up one that I definitely remember, oh well. And then there's the Gentleman's Duel. That was the most famous one during that period. The two giant robots.
The Eastern European aesthetic of shit sucks.
Yeah, no, they gotta. There is something about. I don't even know what to call it.
Oh, on the aesthetic of shit sucking, I just started.
Life is hard.
I started Norco.
What?
That game Norco.
Oh.
Yeah,
What
it's
is
pretty neat so
Norco?
far. It's like
Is
it
it
takes
Norco?
Norco. Yeah, Norco. That's what it's called.
Norco?
Norco. Yeah, Norco. It's an adventure game. It's a adventure visual novel game that takes place in rural Louisiana and like a whole dystopian future cyber dystopian.
I'm looking at it now. It's got overwhelmingly positive reviews, and this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
It's pretty neat.
That game's got big shit sucks energy, yeah?
Yep, big shit sucks.
Well, it is set in Louisiana.
Yeah. It's very, very rural shit sucks aesthetic. So I've been playing it and I've been feeling it because I live in rural. I live in rural shit sucks.
American Gothic shit sucks.
Yeah.
All right, I'll check this out later because I just finished Everhood and Sekiro all in like a week, I guess. Everhood is alright, by the way. I like it. Just if you're someone that very rarely do I come across a seizure warning, and it's like the game ever like I don't I'm not prone to that, but I feel like whenever it's thrown out there, like I don't really see what the big deal is. Everhood is one of the very few times where I'm like, please make sure that you're not prone to seizures with flashing lights. Yeah. This game goes above and beyond with it. Yeah. It's crazy. It's good though. I liked it.
Like Incredibles 2 level, baby.
Who's this little guy?
Oh, that's the Prairie Dragon. I was talking about it. He's from the newest adventure path pies I put out for Pathfinder 2.
Oh man, I
that
forgot how wild.
Just like a cool little dragon Drake called a Prairie Drake. digs up holes and stuff.
It's so weird.
Oh yeah, it does have a fly speed still. It's just 10 feet.
Oh,
yeah. I thought because he has a 25-foot move land speed, a 20-foot burrow speed, and then a 10-foot fly speed with his little wings.
Nice. So, you all are at this point ready to fly home.
Yeah. Do we still have any elves with us?
You have a bunch of high elves.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they had left yet or not.
Nope, they were there.
Yeah. Hey, I grab one nearby and say, "Hey, you know what that is?" I point at Batbear, who currently looks like an elf, but not.
He narrows his eyes and looks at Batbear before looking back at you. It almost looks like an elf, but I don't know of any with such a... Well, I shouldn't say. In my experience, certainly no high elves have such a... Well, no, that's also not true. There are elves with such a dusky coloration. Though
like
he
kind of
looks...
eggplanty?
No, not quite so. More of a dark brown skin tone, not so much of a purple. Apologies.
Yeah.
Also,
I was just curious.
The structure of the ear is wrong. Generally speaking, his features are broader than what I... Of course, I'm speaking in stereotypes, and these are not absolutes. But no, I do not know what he is besides himself, which is honestly exactly what he needs to be.
Well, I mean...
Save! Oh man, elves are so funny.
Well, I guess we'll see if that comes up eventually.
Wait, I
For now, let's not worry about it. Oh yeah, can he scratch his nose?
I mean, as demonstrated earlier,
He's still so wide.
He's still too wide.
He is still, again, the DC is 5, so this time you managed to adjust and like you can
got a little bit of that elf,
the edge of your nose with your
elf
middle finger. Yeah, elves, you have perhaps just that extra ounce more flexibility.
I breathe a sigh of relief. For now.
had an itch on his nose for
I'm gonna have
5 days
nightmares.
now.
I'm gonna have nightmares where I have a bitch of an itch and I can't scratch it with my.
Too
That's
big.
gonna suck, and I'm gonna wake up in this cold sweat.
Vampire has never thought about his nose until this moment,
Yes.
and now he will never stop.
He'll never sleep again.
Yeah, he's never really had an itchy nose. Until now. Vampire wakes up in a cold sweat, goes to shove his sweaty bangs out of his face, and can't.
Oh no!
Anyway,
That's why we have the pendant.
Vampire desperately taking off and putting on the pendant, trying to get to something with a longer arm.
I guess anyway, time to hit the skies, yeah?
Yeah.
Go see what our army's up to. Hopefully they haven't.
You take back off into the air and return to Sarugu.
Can I
Quick
pull
order.
Greta aside?
Sure. On the sky skiff would be a little difficult since it's pretty cramped quarters on there, but either before or after you take off.
Okay. I'd just like to, sidle up to her and say, what do you know about breaking curses?
I know a lot about cursing people,
But not
which
the reverse.
is closely related.
Okay. Let's say someone might have pricked a rose and is now cursed, or gotten pricked by a rose and is now cursed, and
Did the great high priestess of Crypta get cursed?
yes. How do I break it?
Okay, what kind of curse?
I can be scryed on at any time.
Oh, that's boring. Actually, no. Actually, that's interesting. Pretty voyeuristic, though. Really? Yeah.
Eh, it's not my thing.
No. I mean, unless you're into it, it's really not.
Yeah. Which I'm not. I'd like to get
I
it
didn't
gone,
think you
especially
were.
since.
No, that is a curse that you would need consent for.
Yes.
And I'm
But,
presuming that, given that you're asking, you didn't consent to this.
No.
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 So
I
we should
tried.
get rid of that before creepy peeping Tom from the sky decides to look in on you.
Yes, especially since the rose was in the Elder Temple where all the undead came from.
Ew.
Yeah.
Wait, so you just saw a rose inside of an elder temple and you picked it up?
Yes.
Why would you do that?
Seems pretty gross.
I wanted to know what it did, and it pricked me, and now I know.
Yeah, now you know. Okay, well. A lot of times with divine curses like this, actual removal requires some sort of hoop to jump through.
Mhm.
Have you tried just using a normal remove curse sort of
Mhm.
thing?
It suppressed it, but I
Oh, that's
it's
good.
yeah.
At least you have a workaround for the time being.
Yeah. It's not ideal though.
How long does the suppression last?
No idea.
Oh. Hey, where'd the music go?
I don't know.
It finished.
I'm gonna,
It looks like. So Q finished.
I guess it's time for me to go get my guitar,
It's a 3-hour song. It's not supposed to finish yet.
which
I guess Tone decided had enough.
Alright.
I've had enough.
Tone
Got enough
decided it was
music.
time for a tone shift.
I no longer want
Ah.
to want to live in this world anymore. And he ascends
Let me.
and leaves the Discord chat.
Alright. How loud does this go through?
It goes through fine, Nuva. I'd be happier if you just found a new YouTube video, but if you insist.
No, I'm not ready.
What?
I'm
No,
not ready yet.
I want to get a bite out of what your ambient music will be.
No. Let me
It's
practice.
just what it was. It's him with that one note.
Yeah. No. If I'm gonna commit to that bit, I want to be ready. And also, I literally cannot sit at my computer and play guitar. There's no
Fine.
space.
Okay. So I don't know about weird rose curses specifically, but we could find out together. It would be fun, like a
Weird,
buddy
weird, weird
cleric
tone.
movie,
What?
story, novel.
A buddy cleric play.
She takes your arm in her, just you and me, and Barry against whatever this rose thing is.
One second. I'm looking for the name of the goddess of secrets,
Dabala.
Dabala.
Oh, it's. Alright, that makes sense with the rose thing.
Mm.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to find out. Apparently they had a bit of a run-in with the Dabala lady. Maybe we can make contact with her and see if she'll help.
Oh, the one that walked through the darkness.
Big hat mask.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, the one that told us about the burning wrath, just to make sure I, the player, have the right person.
That's the one.
Okay.
We could try making contact with her if you want to go that route, or we could just try researching it ourselves.
I'd rather start with research ourselves.
Oh, we can have a research date. I'll make lunch, and we can have little cook. Well, this became interesting.
Sorry, is this? I was like looking for
It's
something
fine.
ambient.
We can have little cookies
Ooh.
and
Oh,
Okay.
it's a vibe.
Hmm,
Oh.
Oh
Hell
yeah.
Ah.
okay. And we can have a nice little time of it. Okay.
Okay.
And so your party returns to Surugu. And in the weeks that follow, things do begin to accelerate.
Oh, hell yeah. Acceleration.
Oh,
What? What about what?
We're accelerating.
To cookies?
Yes.
Time skip,
Mhm.
baby. End game.
by the end of the month, you were working on Ryoko next, right?
Yes, we had. I sent Kadaris there.
Oh yeah,
Indeed.
I forgot about that.
By the end
So,
of the
like-
month, Gadaris has successfully lined up the majority of the various Ronin lords, such as they are, of Ryoko's Ark of Heligo. The daimyo of Ryoko, such as he is, has no choice but to concede to your control.
All right.
I don't even want to know how he accomplished this. I know how. It doesn't matter.
Ugh, I apologize. I actually do need to use the restroom again.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. My
That's-
dinner is not agreeing.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'll be back.
that's fine. No worries.
Roleplay amongst yourselves for a month.
Okay.
Yo, what's the deal with cat food?
Oh my god! I've invented 7 new cocktails!
Hey, pal.
I call this a 8 roller.
At water exploration date.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kasumi and Pao walk into the ocean.
And they never return. Sada checks on her secret potato patch.
No.
That's where do you think she gets all these potatoes from?
Oh wow, private store.
Yeah,
of
you'll
them.
never find it. That's how high my stealth roll is.
Why don't we just literally make a weapon that can launch payloads of giant rocks or magic balls from distances and give the thing legs? Think about it. It could be a trebuchet on legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have those.
This is a Metal Gear Solid reference.
I was gonna say, would it be clockwork? Would it have a lot of gears?
Yes.
Would it be made out of metal? Oh.
Yes. I'm also
Okay.
thinking of cloning myself.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
I mean, like a backup body in case you die, or
No.
oh,
Don't know why I'm doing it. Just
I mean,
want
I
one.
know that one exists, but I don't know about
Which
just
character is Nuva right now?
all of them.
Akio.
This is Akio like 50 drinks in.
Oh,
Okay.
dear.
Why don't we just literally?
This is
I don't. Why don't
His
we
eyes
just?
are so crossed right now.
Why don't we just literally put my body in an Interon and just give me a sword that is powered by a gun? Just do it.
This is Akio like several drinks in, made by the tipsy bartender. Have you ever seen that guy's videos?
Yeah.
Where he just
Oh,
makes the
God.
fucking most ridiculous shit ever.
Are you talking about that guy that like all his YouTube video is just dumping like they're all the same video?
Yeah, he dumps 50 gallons of
Great.
alcohol.
I opened up his YouTube channel. That's just gonna be my YouTube like for the rest of the week. Thanks to him.
I
This
prefer the guy that
guy.
makes sausages out of weird things.
That guy rules too.
Yeah,
Ordinary
normal
sausage.
She's great.
ordinary sausage.
As someone who has never drank, the shit this dude does, it's just so he's just making real like it's so much sugar. God.
What the hell is Smurf juice?
No.
Watch it and find out.
I guarantee you, if you watch it, you'll know the entirety of his whole channel.
Probably like 50 bottles of vodka with something that makes it blue. like a grapefruit. I don't know.
And then what is it? The
Maybe
the
some
juice
gummy
he always
worms.
puts in?
I don't know.
It's always just. It's kind of like I'll say the man's good at measuring. Oh my god. And also, I imagine his kitchen is very, very clean from all the alcohol.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
it
it's
looks
blue
like-
because he put Starburst in it, of course.
What? It's
Yeah, I'm
okay.
like, all the liquid he's putting in is pink.
My bet was Curacao, but here we are. Anyway.
Is the vodka like putting a vodka in the freezer thing like a common thing?
Yeah.
What?
Like making like literal what is it?
Yeah.
Slushies? Vodka slushies.
No,
Okay, my
you know-
friend
Freeze.
does this really awful thing where he
Wait, I
takes
wanna hear what
vodka
you-
and Kool-Aid. Sorry, go.
No,
sorry, what-
no. Go ahead and finish what you're saying, Leica.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
You started first.
No, it's not a big deal.
Anyway,
my-
he soaks gummy worms in vodka that's been infused with Kool-Aid, and you end up with vodka Kool-Aid infused gummy worms, and then you freeze them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then he puts in pink lemonade.
That's exactly what this guy does.
I just have no idea like what this could possibly. He pours in the whole thing.
So no, here's the thing with vodka, like it has a really, really like its freezing point is lower than what standard what do you call it freezers usually get to. So you just get very, very chilled vodka.
Yeah.
Okay,
Vodka
cool.
or rum, or you could just keep them in there and they stay wet.
They stay wet and they also stay good.
They stay wet and they stay good.
Oh my god, it always freaks me out when he lifts like by the cap. That's not how it was taught to lift jars.
Just how
Yep.
my man does it.
Let me go to my YouTube dashboard.
Yes,
Yup.
I love this. I love this dude. He's just so fucking, just this fucking ridiculous shit. He's living his bliss of making the the most ridiculous cocktails I've ever seen.
Right. When I was making Akio and I had no idea what the hell the culture was like, I found bartender ASMR, and it's like, dude, what the fuck? And it's like, let me get the guy. It's actually really fascinating. Yeah, no, here's like 40 minutes of this. And like what freaks me out is that I was kind of curious about it and I watched a bit of it and they'll do like a sudden close up of his face and it scares me every time.
Wait, okay, let me watch this. Video unavailable.
You're gonna have to watch on YouTube, I guess, because it's monetized. I guess that's what they do now when the video is monetized,
Aw.
is you can't watch it. Did you know that's how you got around Twitch's ads for
Yes.
a while before they turned that off?
Yep.
Did you know that in order to get around Twitch's stupid ad model, you lower the resolution and it turns the ads off? Why is it like that? That's pretty stupid.
Hell yeah. Anyway,
Forest
I'm gonna go to
cocktail.
the bathroom quick. Be right back.
Goodbye
Okay,
forever.
Goodbye. What is a forest
Coriander seed.
cocktail?
Got a bunch of pine cones in it.
Ooh, wormwood. Nice.
You know, it's very nice. And there's some good angle work.
I might try this. Botanist
Tyler.
gin.
I always learn about something new. What the hell's Angelica root?
I like how he's making it in a bowl.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I was fascinated by like the ritual of preparing a drink because like Fruit had that phase where he was making drinks, and I was just like curious as to what the hell he was doing. But that's Fruit. I miss him.
I found a VR mech game
Ooh.
on Steam that I want, and I can't buy it yet, and it hurts my soul.
Do you not have a VR headset yet, or is
I
it
don't
a?
have money right now.
Fair enough. Mixes it in his pewter. Now it's got that nice blood. Oh, I just realized I'm like 6 minutes in. Me and you, we are not watching the same drink.
No, I'm watching the one you linked.
No, yeah, but I'm 6 minutes in because I hadn't watched the entirety of this. Oh, fresh lime juice.
I
Oh my
returned.
god, it's 38 minutes long?
It's I believe it's just a bunch of his videos.
I kept
like,
my
strung
wireless. I
together.
kept my wireless headset on, but Jake, what was the game you were talking about? I couldn't reply because I was away from Mike. Huh?
Vox Machina.
That's familiar.
Vox
Vox
Machina?
Machina.
Does it have to do with Critical Role?
No, it has nothing to do with Critical Role.
Okay.
God!
had-
Cool. Oh, that's cool as hell. Mecha VR game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an early access?
Yeah.
No, I think it's actually out. Oh no, it's early act. No, you're right.
Oh, this is actually really impressive.
Oh, sick.
Yep, I want it.
Whenever I would go to Yumacon, they'd have the Gundam like capsules, and I've gotten to be in them twice, and they are pretty cool. And I would like to have one in my home, but unfortunately, it is a multiplayer game, so I would need 8.
Oh, it's on
Which
the
would
quest.
bankrupt me.
It's on the base quest as well. Nice.
Yep.
And I also, when we were at PAX South, I got to play BattleTech for the Xbox. That was cool. I really like
the turn-based game.
the Xbox game with the over complicated controller.
The coolest hell.
Steel Battalion.
Yeah,
Steel Battalion. Thank you. Yeah,
Steel Battalion is probably the most immersive mech game that has been and will ever be made.
Yes.
I remember.
Because it's too expensive to exist.
I remember they set it up so that you could play deathmatch, and they very strictly said, "Do not push this button." And I said this button, and I pushed it, and they had to restart everything.
Oh.
That is the most Nuva thing I think I've ever
I
The
mean,
self- the self-destruct
it serves
button?
them right for not fucking saying why, right?
Yeah.
Don't touch this button. That's tempting. Don't touch this button because it'll make us have to do a bunch of dumb
What's
shit.
really
Oh,
funny
okay.
is that it was at the menus. Like, are you serious? Like, this thing breaks at the whatever it did. I actually don't know. I just know they had to restart. Yeah, look at that. Cool.
Every single one of those buttons has a function.
Yep.
Ooh.
It is incredibly tactile. It is
I
incredibly
remember-
finicky.
I remember hearing that they originally wanted the self-destruct button to have like a glass thing you had to shatter around it, but then that couldn't get approved, of course.
Yeah, instead they just have a flip switch, and it's
Yeah.
not really self-destruct. It's just an eject.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's funny. So if like the game has a very punishing progression system, if your mech dies and you do not eject in time, your save file is
You're
wiped.
safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking just
Which it.
Iron Man mode.
But that's just base.
Yep.
Because you're dead. You die in the mech, you die in real life. That's how that. Oh god.
I'm sorry.
I was drinking like a Pepsi Zero
Hello?
as we were
Okay.
rolling.
Hello.
Like, hello, he's back.
Hello.
And it tried to escape.
You missed all the role playing, Sals.
Yeah.
What did
and
you
talk-
role play?
We've really
Oh.
grown as people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Akio.
It's Kasumi and
Akio got
Pal
drunk.
went on a water exploring date.
Oh, nice.
It was
Looking
very
at cool
cute.
coral.
Sada
Yeah, I
tended to her secret potato garden.
I showed
That's where she-
Pal
where
she gets all
the
her- coming from.
coral
Yes.
throne.
Akio has
The
2
throne is very
clones now, and an Iteron
Yeah, Akio got
I'm
very
sorry, what?
Akio got very drunk, so we started talking about how he was drinking stuff from the tipsy bartender, which I linked there.
Akio invented Metal Gear.
Yeah, he also
Yeah,
made Metal Gear.
The entire plot of Metal Gear Solid has played out, and now you've got problems on the island. Sorry about that, buddy.
Yeah, there is now nukes.
He's got a trebuchet with legs, and it's on the loose.
On the loose.
Yes.
Yeah,
How is it on the loose?
it's got
Did you-
legs.
By
you
his
put-
by his twin brother, Liquid Akio.
Did you put a Iteron soul spring
Yes.
into the?
That's for the
Trebuchet with
sequel. That's for the sequel when we miniaturize it.
Ah,
Sal.
yes, yeah. Metal Gear. That's for
Then
Metal
how is
Gear
it-
Ray.
How is it on the loose?
Plus his evil
It's
twin,
being
his evil twin
piloted.
brother, his evil twin brother is
Yeah,
in it.
Akio Silver.
Yeah,
Is
it's Silver Akio.
driving it. You let an evil twin brother get into the trebuchet with
Yes,
legs.
yes. Well, you see, originally he was the head of Akio's other squad.
We had to get through a squad of empowered soldiers, but in this land, it's not really that special. But one of them can talk to ghosts, I guess.
One
One
can one can read your memory card. Your PlayStation memory card.
They're
Yeah,
just
you saw
gonna be
that Akio was
Iterons.
playing Super Monkey Ball or some shit. It was really embarrassing.
Okay, wait. I'm actually stupidly curious. Metal Gear Solid role-playing tabletop. Is there a Metal Gear Solid RPG? No. God damn it.
Okay.
Everything that I've ever looked up has an RPG, and not Metal Gear. There's no way. That has to be real.
There's
There
probably
has to
some
be
fan
stealth-
made one somewhere.
I guarantee you there's stealth-based RPGs out there. I don't know how they would work, but they have to be real. But yeah.
They have to be real.
They have
They
to
have
be.
to be real.
They have to be weird. They just have to be.
Anyway,
Anyway, yeah. What's going on in Tsurugu for real? Besides the loose Metal Gear, we dealt with that over the course of the month.
Let me tell you. Where is the thing. I'm
think-
looking for the
Hmm?
kingdom building sheet. There it is.
Ah,
Okay.
I should really have this bookmarked.
Is it bureaucramancer time?
I mean, it will be after the session, but you can certainly discuss it during.
yes.
Unless you want to pull Fruit in here, and he might be doing things right now. Though.
That's true.
Yeah, but that could be funny.
I'm not sure I want to meet Fruit at this point.
What?
Like, he's just a cryptid. He lives as a legend in my mind, but I've never actually, like, directly spoken to
Yeah.
Fruit.
Fruit is a lovely person.
He is kind of a cryptid, though.
He
He
is.
can be.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never saw the time when he got a monk haircut.
I think Jake did share that, actually.
What? I'm sorry, I missed it. What did I share?
I mean,
when he
when
shaved
when
his head.
like a monk.
Oh yeah, yeah. He gave himself the friar haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, a tonsure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So, wanted to note which month it is. Where can I find that?
Is it Kasumi's birthday again?
Already?
It is Siatai 82.
Oh yeah.
Oh right, I added 2 months midway through the campaign.
Haha.
Okay,
Uh,
so
her-
and thus the final month of summer begins.
The end of summer.
Not that that makes too much of a difference in Suruku.
I guess we gotta go back to school soon, guys.
It's but Kasumi's gonna become the Winter Queen and bring a blizzard to Surugu.
No, that's bad. That will cause countless ecological damage.
How do you know that, coward?
I am pro Blizzard.
I don't know. I thought they've been a pretty sucky company lately.
Oh,
Ha ha.
you card.
Anyway, so, at the beginning of Outgavalai, you have a new choice. Gadaris comes to you and asks, "All right, boss, where next?"
Where's he got next on the
Eyebrow wiggle.
Did he had like a series of choices, right?
I do indeed.
Yeah.
Takaishima, Kurohito, Ishido, Hokukaku, and Kusohito. We can surround the entire river kingdom of Oromai.
Considering Takashima's
I
probably
don't know what that will achieve for us, but we could.
Yeah, that's true. I think out of character, I think Takashima is where we're going next, right? Because we know about the monks there, so
You do know that there is a temple of warrior monks in Takashima.
that seems like a thing we'll probably want to deal with ourselves. Also, because it's cool. Hey, Jack. Hello.
Hello, Jack.
Sorry, we were out shopping all day and I didn't even check my phone, so
That is okay.
I'm here now.
Do we know
a month
anything
has
about?
passed.
Do we know
Actually,
anything
more
about?
like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Do we know anything about Kurohito?
Kurohito?
Yeah.
You do know something about Kurohito.
That's what Devin had.
Yeah.
It's
That's what Devon has.
more or less a island. There's nothing particularly special about Kuroido. It's just a sort of quiet place.
Mhm.
It's something of a rural backwater. Most consider it just sort of there. Low population, low gross national product. Farms, and the peasants who farm them. And a daimyo who sits atop it all. My empire of dirt.
And I guess what can you tell me about the other 3 islands? Hokukaku, Kusoi. Blah, blah, blah. I can't talk for some reason. Kusoito and Ishito. Those are the other 3, right?
Yes. Ishiro and Hokukaku are just sort of rocky, iron-rich islands. Hokukaku has a population in excess of what its small size would suggest, and of course is practically part of Oshima. And Kusoito is probably what is largely considered the first, the truly the beginning of what is considered the Northern Islands.
Okay.
It is the most Hadanese or central Hadanese. It is the most Oshiman of the northern islands. It's quite cosmopolitan. There's several large cities. It's very excuse me. It's very maritime based. Lots of shipbuilding there. It also has an interior, an inner lake, which is basically an inner sea. It's a very, very large lake throughout its center.
Is it
and
salt?
Unlike,
Is it salt?
The lake in Kusoito is not salt, actually.
Hell yeah, I can drink from it then, unlike I could in Kesh.
That is true.
Yeah.
It is not. It is actually fresh water. Kusoito is also notable for being less mountainous than the rest of T. It's primarily just sort of rolling hills. Except on its far western point. That becomes very mountainous, and there is in fact a dormant volcano there.
Right. So yeah, here's I guess discuss with the party. Here's what I'm thinking is maybe. Well, we could potentially maybe go for Hokaku or Kusoito because that might be good to have one that's near there already, but we don't know we'll have him while we're away from it. So maybe having him go for Kororito while we're doing Takashima, so we can like just have this part of the map done as under us, hopefully, or working with us done. And maybe Ishido as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
No, I guess I could. I'm okay with like that would save the mapping part of my brain.
And then we can
Recall
start.
that Gadaris would point out to you that I could
Yeah.
try doing more than one at once.
That's what I was thinking too. That he could maybe try Kuroito and Ishido maybe at once.
That
Yeah,
I
let's do
want
it.
to say. Okay.
Y'all good with that?
Are
Yep.
we?
What's your concern, Nuva?
Is that asking too much?
Yeah, there's a
Not
little
really.
little lesser chance of success, but I think he should be able to handle
I
it.
think I can do it.
Yeah.
Gadaris says, putting his hands out on his hips and thrusting out his chest. And
I
making his chest
say
bigger.
no that confidence.
I think, as Sal's put it, never mind. Don't worry about it. I have faith.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if it was metagaming because I think you explained it, and if
Yeah.
there's two, there's like a 10% chance of failure.
Yeah,
for
we were
each.
just we can talk about this like out of character too. So yeah, you
Yeah.
said it's like a slightly less or so, but I'm willing to take that risk just to start pushing it. I think a little bit.
Jack, I have read Logan's activity in both places you have put it, just to let you know.
So yeah, I guess I think are y'all everybody good with Kurohito and Shido for Godaris' next focus?
Sure.
All right, let's do it then.
Okay. Well then, Sada Ryuta, I would like you to roll a d20
All right.
twice. If you roll a 1 or a 2, Kurohito or so Kurohito will come under both Kurohito and Ishido
Hey.
fall
Hey.
under your sway over the month. Their daimyos, swept up in a web of intrigue that they did not truly understand, join with you.
All right. And besides, while that's happening, besides Takashima, there's also another thing we have to take care of since Jack is here. We have to figure out Jack's curse thing.
That is true.
Yeah, and we have
That
one
remains a thing.
we have one lead on it now. The necromancer elf who in the crystal.
That is true.
So we should probably go to the monastery and see if we can convince him to give us some info.
I'm sure he'll be very helpful. But perhaps that might be an opportunity to take when Jack is better able to participate.
What do you think, Jack?
There's also only half an hour left.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, what
perhaps
else are we gonna
next
do?
Continue overseeing your takeover to the north is what I was planning on.
Ah.
Obviously, incorporating Kurohito and Ishido takes time out of your already busy schedules.
Ah, okay.
So the month of Outgavalai might in fact go quite quickly without you even noticing.
Ah, okay.
The Archon of Amberellion keeping tabs on the army and fleet of the shogunate, which seems to just sort of be bouncing southerly,
I want that dreadnought.
occasionally going back north before returning south. The Archon seems to think that they are marshaling further forces, but getting stymied by Gadaris's manipulations, preventing local lords from assisting them.
Hmm.
Especially in the case of Kurohito and Ishido, once they actively declare for you.
Yeah.
And suddenly General Kobayama needs to weigh whether to spend effort retaking them or to maintain his forces for fighting you directly. Biggest Hat Logan, which Magister? You are the Magister.
Yes.
I don't know, what are you doing? You could be experimenting with that Polonian artifact.
Magic stuff.
Yes.
No, this is right in the name, Magister. Magic.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Your Polonian artifact, by the way, or wondrous item, the thing that you found, you actually don't quite know what it is yet. Or what it does precisely. What you do know is that it's clearly magical. It is a crystal decanter of sorts. With a finely made crystal topper. And molded into the crystal are scenes delicately rendered of cavorting succubi. The decanter has a syrupy liquid in it. It smells sweet. You don't know what it does yet. But after pouring some out and checking it, you find that it refills automatically.
Don't give it to Akia.
You should give it to Akio.
But anyway,
Also, during this time, while you're monitoring the general and the fleet, I was probably gonna cast what's the high level one? Discern location once a day to keep track of where the priest of Xerxes is at.
the priest of Xerxes you typically find is corresponding to where the Archon says the fleet is.
Ah.
He's on the bone ship.
The bone ship.
It's been a long time since we've talked about the bone ship.
He could be on the bone ship.
Yes, he could be on the bone ship.
The bone ship is a thing. I'm sure you'll find out.
Don't worry about it.
Bone ship.
Excuse me. Itchy eye. Everything's going wrong for me tonight. But yes. And so with that, with Akavali continuing, quite a few things could actually be made headway on. With Logan, well, again, we would want to speak to the ancient elven necromancer. With Asai, you do learn more about these roses.
Oh.
These spying roses that agents of Dabala would often grow in the gardens of those they wish to spy upon, so when they inevitably prick themselves upon it, it would allow them to, well, spy on them and learn their secrets. The flower will die on its own. But the only way to fully break the curse permanently is to find the person who grew the flower and have them eat it.
Oh.
Huh.
Just a petal.
Interesting.
I
Okay.
believe we left the flower buried under a rock, I want to say.
Yep.
Oh, god damn it. This is my fault.
I mean, Alternatively, that would break the curse while keeping the spire alive. But is it like one? It's the person who enchanted the flower is linked to that flower, right? So if we just killed him, that would also solve the problem.
Yes, if they were
Yeah.
to be brought back to life, they would still be able to spy on you, but that would require them to be brought back to life, which is not easy.
Okay.
In fact, it's
But
extremely hard.
but I have
That's
that
right.
spell that makes it so that people can't be brought back to life.
That-
I have the
That A makes sense. B is terrifying.
what is it? But anyway, I think just killing him will solve the problem. So don't feel guilty, Bat Bayar, about the flower squashing. That was the pacifist's route.
Was? Yeah, I was being a pacifist. I would not like the opportunity to shove a flower down someone's throat that deserves it. Yes.
Wait, who deserves what?
The
What
curse
does someone have to do?
is resistant to being simply dispelled. It is one of
Okay.
those curses that has requirements.
Okay.
Also, Logan, if your spellcraft was to identify the Polonian decanter, it is a decanter of endless nectar. It decants nectar endlessly.
Is a decanter like is it like a bottle with a thin neck? Is that what a
Mhm.
decanter is? Okay.
Yep.
I was like, I didn't know.
The nectar in question doesn't appear to be any sort of specific nectar. It is a vaguely golden syrupy liquid, fairly viscous but not undrinkable. That tastes most closely of honey, but slightly less cloying, and it's overall quite delicious and nutritious. Strictly speaking, yes. However, you determine that there may be additional aspects of this decanter that you have not yet explored. What you do see is that it has healing applications. Oh, it's definitely not poisonous, no. But you suspect that if someone was to drink the entire decanter, it would cast the heal spell on them.
It's an artifact of Polonius, so is it also like is the nectar addictive?
I mean,
Does
it's
it
very
turn you
good.
into a big bee?
I like that option better.
Turn
You don't
into a-
see it turning you into a giant bee.
That's so
That's good.
unfortunate.
Well, why not?
I'm
You could
sorry.
join. You could have been on the crew of Talking Bees. Just think about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So basically, Asai, you just need to ensure that your curse is suppressed with remove curse. That lasts about 12 hours each casting.
Okay.
So it does become, it's certainly annoying and potentially dangerous. But it's at least controllable. Though you do feel that at least once or twice you felt that curse. It's hard to say, but shift as if it was trying to wiggle out from underneath the suppression you had placed upon it. Unsuccessfully. So far.
I think we should develop a house rule for the party when interacting with a Psy. Don't say anything, specific, detail-wise to her until maybe she gives us like a hand signal or something.
Hey, aside,
that
did I
means
tell you
that
about the giant
spell
metal
is
gear
in
we're going to
effect.
use to destroy the shogunate?
See, that's exactly the sort of thing that I'm afraid is going to happen. Sada's going to walk up to Asai and go, "Hey, Asai, so about those big plans that we made to go do this big thing that nobody should know about. Like, before that happens, you say, hello, Asai, how is the weather today?" And then Asai can do some sort of hand symbol to be like, yes, the spell is active right now. And then if it's not, we don't talk about anything important.
That's stupid.
That's not stupid. It's very good.
It's cautious.
You can't have
Also-
the spell on all the time. There's going to be times where it's not active, and we should be careful when we're planning, stuff.
I have
Middle Gears.
an
but as
additional
someone-
question.
But as someone whose middle name used to be Cautious and I had it changed to Uncautious, legally,
Oh,
I disagree.
see, I'm the reverse though.
I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up.
I've been
I'm so sorry.
assuming that the priest of Xerxes was involved in this, but how do I figure out who planted that rose?
Good question.
Oh boy. Okay. Do I have any divination, ask Crypta for help spells? Let me check.
Logan, to answer your question, your lab rat, the literal one, your literal lab rat, unless you're using a skirikin, looks extremely healthy. Oh no, it's fat too, but it looks extremely healthy.
Crypta even know? Wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Locate scrying, or the spell that Frood posted that Logan said he might be able to acquire, because if he can do that, he'll get an image of the person who is scrying, which means that a Psy could then use discern location to find that person.
Good.
Especially since he has that if he can, because even if it's just in his head and he can see it, he can do that share vision with the Psy thing, with the hand and the point and the. Do you think you could do that, Sir Biggest Hat?
Why did that come off so sassy?
What?
Do you think you can do that, Sir Big Hat?
Nuva, do you know what sexy is?
That's
She
Nuva's
She
sexy
says-
voice.
She says sassy. He says sassy.
Sassy,
not
not sexy.
Okay. I
Oh,
heard
now I
sexy.
understand why that tone was what it was. No, don't worry. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm so
okay.
sorry.
It was
It's-
not meant to be either of those, though. I'm sorry if it came off as sassy.
It's just
How dare you?
Mr. Big Hat.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Okay.
So I guess when we try that, we'll just make a general declaration not to talk to Asai about anything.
A good idea. And yes, we can explore that option. In fact, on the day that you're preparing to explore that option, as well as begin to expand further, which, by the way, what islands would you like to try next?
I'm up for whatever. So
And with Gadara.
Like, whatever.
Takashima stands before you, still out of your control.
Yeah.
As does Kosuito and Hokukaku.
Well, yeah, I think we want to head for Takashima.
All right.
Probably.
What would you like Gadaris to do?
Gadaris? Yeah. I guess let's see here. Let's go for Hokukaku. I can't talk. Hokukaku and Kosuito.
Okay. So, it is on Nuvai the 1st. The first day of autumn. That you are preparing to head to Takashima to undertake the exploration of this locate scrying to discover the secrets behind Logan's condition.
Yes.
Which has been, over the last 2 months, occasionally becoming problematic. Logan, over the past couple months, you've occasionally been hearing the sounds of wagons, or perhaps a coach, galloping horses and creaking wheels from around street corners or just outside your window. But going around the corner or looking through, you find that there's nothing there. And occasionally, you will snap awake in the middle of the night to the crack of a whip. But I'm sure that's fine.
my God.
On Nuvai the 1st, as we were saying.
Oh, what? Oh.
Another interesting thing occurs.
Oh boy.
As out of the southwestern sky, you see a shape.
Oh no, a shape.
Is it a flying shark?
It is not a flying shark, thankfully.
No, it's a UFO. Aliens.
Although, no, you see a shape, but it's almost like a flying noodle.
Oh no! It's a
Right.
dragon. It's a golden dragon.
Okay, that's not where my mind went.
It doesn't take long for you to determine that is exactly what it is.
Hell.
As it very quickly approaches you, and it is big.
Oh.
Hitherto, the largest golden dragon you've encountered has been Matamura, who, by the way, is still very unhappy about the blue dragon sharing his island.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
has remained undetected by said blue dragons. We're actually taking to their they have perhaps unsurprisingly, perhaps surprisingly, they have taken to, now that they have had their competition defined, they have all taken to it with verve. The two obvious ones trying to outdo each other, and Pratodux just sort of chilling out in the Temple of Polonius with Greta and Baradun and hanging.
Amazing.
Nice.
Are they giving him lots of cake? Is he getting fat?
Did he help with the study?
It's only been 2 months, and he's a dragon the size of an elephant. It's not gonna go that fast. But he seems to be enjoying himself anyway.
That's a good question. Did he help us research the curse?
Protodux?
Badly to stay
Yeah.
in character.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, Asai, as you were interacting with Greedon and Baradun, it has quickly become apparent to you that when they are alone, Protodux has been allowing them the same insight into his character as he allowed you. So the four of you seem to be on the same page, at least.
Cool.
And actually, he has been somewhat helpful. He was actually somewhat helpful in researching the curse. It's not his area of expertise, but he occasionally offered an interesting insight. Anyway,
Yes, dragon.
the largest imperial dragon, the largest golden dragon that you have seen, was the ivory white gold dragon, Matamura, who was an adult white gold dragon. He's almost 20 feet long. He is quite a substantial beast. The one flying towards you currently is about 4 times his size.
Oh shit.
That's good.
Tremendous. A colossal dragon. Enough to set bells ringing. The sort of entity that destroys cities.
Yeah. Where's this guy compared to Blue Eyes size?
Oh, well, Blue Eyes is a kaiju. It's not
Okay.
even close.
Okay.
Blue Eyes, can lie down and encircle a city. But anyway.
Speaking of also Blue Eyes and the other dragons, how is Bo doing? We haven't checked in on him.
That's true.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wish to in next session.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Bo has to sort of settle in. You also sort of forgot where you didn't check in on Marco, but then we did kind of get a little
Yeah,
rushed as I had to keep
time skipped the month.
jumping away from. I think we lost quite a bit of time. So we will go over what has gone over in the last 2 months next session. Perhaps in between sessions, if you can think of anything your characters would want to do with the various peoples of Surugu and Hayaba, please let me know.
Right.
How has the construction of my dungeon gone?
What? Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, with
Bedalus's architecture.
with Betalus and Ara on the job, it is actually going quite quickly. You guys should let me know what you would like in it. For personal dungeon effects.
2 brooms.
What?
2 animated brooms.
What?
I guess that'll keep it clean.
Yeah. You gotta keep it from getting dusty.
This was our daimyo's introduction to it. Okay.
But then they
But
combine
yes.
it at the final boss.
Anyway, this dragon is coming towards you, and while Matamura was white with a white, pale sort of gold, flecked with gold, his scales where they weren't tattooed with the koi pattern, being a pure ivory with sort of darker whiskers and highlights. This dragon is the opposite. This dragon is black as soot.
Ooh.
With great golden whiskers and red eyebrows and eyes like flame. And it travels around the city of Hayaba as your armies marshal before eventually careening directly towards the center of your castle. There is a great crash in your courtyard, And as you come across the bridge leading down into the lower courtyard, you find that there is now a crater in its center. And in it, in a sort of superhero pose, is a very sort of stocky, broad-looking Tien man with a long, straight beard
Hell
and
yeah.
mustache
I was hoping.
in the same exact color as the dragon scales. And he stands and looks upon you and goes, "Greetings! I am Duante Dunn." And
Who?
this
Wait,
is where we'll pick up next week.
Okay.
can you spell that name?
Say done.
Yeah.
Sure can.
You got your book ready? Okay. Let me come in. And then once you have my name on paper, I'll come in again, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
1 second. I want to get the accents right. Also, I'm pretty sure I pronounced it wrong.
All right. I've got
Duante Dunn.
Damn, that's
Done.
the name.
a great new idea, guys.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah?
Okay, so what if we in Sarugu start Locus's first chain restaurant? And when I say chain restaurant, I mean
Yeah.
like
Uh,
I think Applebee's.
excuse
Yeah,
me,
it's
you're forgetting I already created that Mama Luigi's.
I have no memory of this.
Yeah, in the fucking Iteron, in the Harmonium in the Iteron city, where Rip was working there. Rip Hunt, or not Rip Hunter, but
Yeah, Rip Punchard is his name. Yeah,
oh, okay,
mild
yeah,
mannered baker. That's true.
yeah, and he was working there.
I for a while in Tomb's annual 3-shot, I played a tiefling vigilante named Rip Punchheart. His vigilante alter ego was the Scarlet Savior, a man who clad in all red with a red mask who wielded whips.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
his
did my
normal walking around name was Rip Punch Heart.
yes,
yeah, his Christian name, if you would.
Mhm.
Regardless of what outfit he was, no, probably no, he did have different voices. And his Scarlet Savior voice, I did my best Christian Bale Batman. But when he was just Rip, I would use various lists of different bread types to describe breads he was making. And it got very exhaustive. Rip is now dead.
yes,
Oh.
He is
Oh,
actually he's
yeah, he
dead.
got fucking disintegrated.
Yeah, he got disintegrated, but instead of dying right away,
He was taking a bullet for McKean.
he sat there and gave McKean his final pep talk because he was convinced McKean was his Robin, his boy wonder. McKean
That's
was
really
Salazar's.
touching, but really sad.
Yeah, I love that character, and he would be a lot of fun in a campaign that was more suited to his skills,
Yeah.
i.e., a campaign set
Yeah.
entirely within a city dealing with humanoids.
Yeah, I was still very much learning my GMing then, so
Which is fine.
yeah.
Trust me, when I eventually do a GM, it's gonna be bad. But till then,
Yeah, that's also where Billy Bolt was from as well.
yeah.
And Rita played Halfric, this basically a Fabio-esque Skald, I
hell
think.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a beautiful, beefy boy.
Yes.
He really was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liked epic
Rita.
poems.
All right.
What was Halfric's god?
Did you have one?
Probably
Strix, I thought.
Strix, yeah.
That
Strix is
makes sense.
the big art god.
He wasn't
okay,
super religious, though. I don't think.
Yeah, I didn't
but
think of
hear
him
me
as-
out.
Yeah,
Are you hearing? Are you hearing
I'm
out?
here. My ears are open.
Okay,
Bullshit.
what if my heretofore unnamed warrior of Strix, with his beautiful resplendent crystal sword and his beautiful, beautiful, soulful eyes,
You're stealing. You're
was
chopping my boy's flavor, aren't you?
was
Wait a minute.
trained. No, it was
He had a
trained by
magic glowing
Halfric.
sword.
I
Oh.
honestly did not remember
Yeah.
anything about the magical glowing
His
sword.
sword was named Dayquill, and it glowed.
Yeah,
Power of
it
sunlight.
dazzled people whenever he hit them with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but see here now, he's Halfric's squire who has been set free unto the world to be trained
Wow, that's
with his
dangerous.
beautiful crystal sword and his beautiful soulful eyes.
Wow. I like
Yeah.
the soulful eyes part.
It's
That's
important to
nice.
the character. It's important to the
Yeah.
plot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very important.
It is very funny how I just independently of remembering Halfric's whole steez did that.
We also met McKean in this campaign briefly.
Gene.
McKean was briefly in this campaign.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Helped us
Yeah,
out
he
with
and
event.
Kasumi hated each other.
They did.
Yeah, and he is actually the one who trained Sada in how to do kinetic whip. I think too.
He did.
Yeah.
He also got his ass handed to him by devils.
Yeah.
Ha! Kasumi never got her ass handed to her by devils.
Yeah, well, Kasumi has things that she can do
I
besides.
also wrote
fire.
him. I also wrote him a letter.
That is
And
also true.
Kasumi wrote Bones a letter, I believe.
That is also true. Wow, all
I
these
write
things
Bones a
that are
letter?
true.
That's true.
What did I say to Bones?
It was about the virus thing. But we've dealt with that since then.
Okay.
I'm sure this won't come up.
Yeah, you
in
asked
some
the
way.
champions of Ardania about the whole. Hey, what do we do about this? This whole burning wrath thing.
I'm sure the champions
'Cause-
haven't been dealing with that in some extent in another campaign. That will be explored.
Yeah, they
I'm sure.
definitely haven't been busy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Right. I'm gonna go take a shower because I'm covered in my own blood.
Nice.
Bye.
Goodbye.
That's nice.
Jesus.
Question.
Answer.
For
Daily
Sal.
double.
Yes. So discern location says I can find someone if I have something that, or like an object that was in their possession with the rose.